I'm from outside, so I'm just taking a breath.
That's okay. I'm looking at my hair. Oh my God, never mind. Let's go ahead and settle for a minute. I want you to take in a deep breath and relax. Take in another deep breath. Relax. Now I'm going to ask you to take a third deep breath and release with a big ah. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ah. Okay, very good. Hi, Darlene. You need to, okay, remain muted, but you need to put your,
Camera.
turn on your camera, Darlene.
She
Okay.
can't. I don't know if she can hear you.
I don't know who was beeping, but it took me out of the state. Let's go ahead and relax. I want you to with me. So breathe in. Lisa. Breathe in. And breathe. Breathe. One last time. Breathe in and relax. I'd like you to open your eyes when you have a chance, and I am going to ask you to introduce yourself, whether you're on camera or not. We'll start with Virginia, and I will ask her what something that makes you happy.
So many things.
Unmute.
Oops.
Unmute.
Video conferencing with my sister's grandchildren.
Okay. Thank you. Sarah.
Sorry, my son interrupted me and I didn't hear what you asked.
Something that makes you happy.
Something that makes me happy. Doing yoga.
Okay. Well, Donna.
A walk in nature.
Elsa. Elsa?
I think you may, oh no.
Sorry, I'm trying to unmute. I couldn't.
Okay.
Showering, water.
That's good. A lot of people get a lot of spiritual connection when they touch water or when water touches them. Thank you. Penny?
I like when it's rained, a very nice heavy rain. I look out in my backyard at the pond and the cypress head and my big tree and the green grass and the ducks, and that makes me happy.
Okay, thank you. Lisa?
I'll say yoga, meditation, and nature.
Okay, thank you. Charlotte?
Being outside in my garden.
Ooh, okay. Irma? Unmute yourself. Unmute.
Sorry. Any type of, swimming in the ocean or swimming in my pool. I love swimming.
Okay, thank you. Darlene, unmute yourself. Darlene?
How's that? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Yes.
can hear you.
I know, I don't know how to pull the camera up, but
Meditating. Okay, I will
Yes.
be back with the camera thing. Liliana?
All that has been mentioned, so I feel connected with you guys. That makes me happy. And it makes me really happy when we get to work like this as a group together in a spiritual endeavor. So I'm happy now. Thank you.
Okay. Chad?
Hello, I'm Chad, and I'll get really honest, walking in nature, going to therapy, and that's made me happy. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Kim?
Hi, being in nature and spending time with my dog.
Okay, which one of my Kims are you? I have several.
This is Kim Marie.
Okay, Marie. Hi, Kim.
Hi,
Nice to hear from you.
thank you.
Yeah, Donna, can you tell Darlene how to get her video going?
Well, Darlene, are you on a laptop or are you on your phone?
I'm on my phone.
Okay, do you have an Android phone?
Yes.
Okay, if you, down at the bottom of the screen on your phone, there should be a video camera icon.
Yes.
Click,
Yes,
with
with an
a
X.
line through it. If you click on it, it'll get rid of that line.
It says allow GoToMeetings to take pictures and record video.
Okay, then say yes, allow.
Allow, okay. Oh.
What's happening?
Okay, now how do I get it out of the middle of the screen?
What is in the
Maybe
middle? What's in the middle of
My
the screen?
picture. Me.
Oh,
Okay, so do you see the camera in the bottom, that little video icon?
Yes.
Okay, so is there a line through it or no?
There's still a line through it.
Okay, if you click on that icon, it should allow you your picture. That should go away.
Oh, to go away. Okay, yes. Now I see Angie again. Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh. We still
Okay,
can't see you though.
and we
Yeah.
cannot see you though.
Yeah.
does
Oh.
she,
I'm in the dark in my bedroom. All right, I'll come out here.
It's not
Well,
about you in the dark. Don't worry about Darlene.
Yeah.
We don't need to see you. We just thought you
Okay,
might-
how's that? Can you see me?
not yet?
Not yet.
No.
I don't know what happened then.
Oh,
It's still got
Donna,
X to it.
does she need to do
Camera.
like the selfie setting for her? Oh,
And you clicked on it, right? You
Click
clicked
on
on
the
it.
camera.
does she
It
need,
has
Yeah.
a click on that.
does
All
she-
right. Then my picture comes up, but I'm still in the dark.
Huh.
Okay, well, leave your picture on, at least you have something to look at.
Can you see us?
It's
But then
okay.
it blocks everything else.
Okay, can you see us?
Yes, I can see you guys.
Okay, then it doesn't matter to us.
All right.
All right.
Oh, there you are.
Oh,
Oh,
We see you.
You're right in Andy's face, though.
You,
All
you
right.
are.
you need some light on your face.
that's okay.
All right. It's gone now. All right.
Can you see us?
Okay.
I can see you guys. I can see Angie and Lisa and Charlotte, Penny. Yes.
Hi, Patty.
Hi, Patty.
I only see 6 of you. Why don't I see everybody? I don't see Angie.
Are you on the phone or the laptop?
I'm on an iPad.
Oh, okay.
Okay, don't worry about it. You can hear me, right?
I hear you perfectly well.
Okay, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Irma, you might have to scroll over. Like there might be a scroll button somewhere that you have to scroll over.
There you are, darling.
Yes. I got to come out of the dark.
There you go. Irma, would it,
You see me now?
Donna,
See,
would
I
it
just
help?
washed my hair. All right.
Okay.
Irma, I'm wondering if you turned your iPad horizontal, would you be able to see more?
Okay, let's not worry about who can see us or not. If you can hear me, we're okay.
Yes.
Doesn't matter how many people you see or don't see, we are going to be okay. So we're going to do a small recap on last week's stuff. It was a pretty intense class. It was a very dramatic class, so I had a lot of you have some problem with the discussion. So because of that, I would like to review some of the things. I'm gonna start with Penny. I usually like to go to Penny. Penny, how are you feeling now with after this happened with what we discussed last week that you were upset about?
I wasn't really upset, Angie. I was just confused. I think because, again, without anyone having a personality, it seems like I said, it seemed like little lumps of clay. But, it is what it is. In the fifth generation, in the fifth dimension, I should say, the fifth dimension. So I went through the notes that if it helps me not get so upset about things, I guess that will be good, because I've been very upset about lots of things this week. So if I can get into a dimension where I don't get so... here's a question I have, though. If you're empathic, which many of you are, how do you not, if you're in the fifth dimension...
Okay, hold it. Okay. I want you to rephrase the question with your issue.
Okay.
With the actual issue. I want you to name the whole thing so people that were not here last week can identify with what you're saying.
Okay, well, Nancy was saying that we need to drop our personalities and we need to basically just let spirit shine through. And my comment was, I thought that if we dropped our personalities, and I know not that we like everything about our personality, but I was concerned that we would then not have, that we would all be the same and all be like clones, or like little lumps of clay that all look exactly the same. So I felt like personality was what kept us distinct.
Hold on one second. Darlene.
What, Angie?
Can you please mute the computer, because I don't know what's happening over there. Thank you. Okay,
I just
okay.
muted her. I was able to mute her. Okay.
So anyway, I just was having trouble understanding, I guess you might say, how we would still have distinct characteristics and those things that we like about each other that are very distinct and like I like about Liliana and Darlene and Charlotte and Lisa, those things that make me like them because of their specific characteristics. If they didn't have that, that's the challenge I had of understanding then, how do we have any distinct characteristics and distinct I even didn't want to use the word personality, distinctions that make us have good human experiences, spiritual beings having a human experience. Part of that is personality, good or bad. That was the challenge I was having. I guess I still have a little challenge with that. But again, if then you were saying if in the fifth dimension we wouldn't be getting so.
So the question is?
The question is, well, I guess I spelled it out. Or maybe I haven't. Maybe I just have to still kind of, if everybody else understands that, once you get rid of the personality, it's actually a better thing.
I'm gonna leave you there for a minute. Just go ahead and mute yourself for a second. Sherry? Okay. Liliana, did you have a comment on last week's?
Yes, I actually, it's very interesting to have this exchange because I actually feel I understood something very different from what you said. I didn't hear what you said. I heard Angie say that we would have still some characteristics, but there wouldn't be attachment to personality, which for me sounded different. So I'd love to have that clarification, Angie. From what I'm understanding is, we won't be attached to that separate being, which makes us feel we're unique. There's like a much easier flow. That's what I sensed you were conveying. So I'd love to hear that clarification. And the other thing that I also heard and wanted to clarify is that in that we still will have some traits, so we will not be identical. So if you could elaborate on that, Angie, I'd love to hear what you can say.
And I'm still waiting on Sherry. If she's not there, then I'm gonna go ahead and proceed. Sherry, are you there? No. Okay. And welcome, Patty. I have not said a hi to you. So here it goes. We were talking about as we proceed with the fifth dimension, and as we are trying to get into an easier flow on the of beingness, we are no longer interested in so much analysis and not so much of how to do things, because when you get to the fifth realm, which is the loving realm, the love realm, you don't come out of force or out of labor or out of intellect, but you come strictly out of love. And when you get to that state, you lose all the persona that you no longer need. Maybe that's the emphasis for you, Penny. That you no longer, all the excess baggage of the persona that we're carrying, all the different masks that we no longer need, we drop that because they're no longer needed, and that your true nature of who you are then starts to express itself. And when that happens, it doesn't just happen without a fight, because the ego wants to have the say on everything, and it's going to continuously harass you on, well, this is who I am. No, I cannot change. I cannot, and since we have the understanding that it is not, that I am not my thoughts, and that I am not my feelings, and I am not my emotions, and I am not the body. So what is left? If you take all of that out, what is left? This is a question for Donna. Donna.
If we're taking all of that away, we're left with our spirit, spirituality.
Right, and what you have is a clean vehicle for spirit to come through and to express with no hindrance, with nothing there to object to its expression. So you have what is called an actualized being. An actualized being is somebody who's not in a reactive mode, where your 95% of your awake moments are in a defensive mode. Because of the reptilian brain always waiting to pounce on somebody's ideas, or some defending ideas or thoughts or words that somebody else is saying, and receiving attack, or being ready to, in case it gets under attack, that you have to defend yourself. It's your mechanism of defense that you don't even know you're reacting to, and even know when you don't believe yourself that you are reactive, you're still reacting, and you're still doing, because now what you're reacting out of is your cellular memory. And your cellular memory has a lot to do with your responses, because it's no longer a perceived thought. Now it's an instinctual response. It's already there, it's cellular, and you're just responding to it with no logic. I mean, you're a robot going by. Sometimes you get in the car and you drove somewhere and you don't know how you got there. That's a robotic experience. That's the cellular memory that is in your body took you there. Remember that you're unconscious. Your unconscious leaves you, it is only a record. It's what we called, this is what is now being perceived, that it is now, your cellular memory is your subconscious. Okay, this is when you start studying neuroplasticity and the neurosciences, you realize that all of your unconscious is subconscious is in your body. Your cellular memory, first you have a thought. The moment you have a thought, then it has an association, it's a cellular memory. Or I can say a word and you're relating to the word. Do you remember a time when you had a cup of coffee? And you can go through 20,000 cups of coffee that you had in your memory. But that's not really, that's only a recall. This is still part of your mind, and that's part of a recording. It's recording everything that you're doing and saying. When it becomes a cellular memory, we're talking about the feeling body, the kinesthetic body, the body that allows you to express according to what you're feeling. Well, I feel that, how many people always go with the expression, I feel that this is the way things should be. I feel that, and somebody else will say, well, I think that, what I'm thinking is different than, what you're feeling. And, and some people say, well, what I know or my experience has been, and they go and jump into the experience. It's acting, being, it is also thinking and feeling. All of your body's involved in these mechanisms. So, and all of that once it gets into a cellular memory, and how does it get there? By a repeat of the same thought. the more that you practice a thought, the more that it becomes a habit. The more that that a practice thought then also becomes a belief. A belief is nothing more than a repeated thought. Everybody with me? Okay. So thoughts are habits, and beliefs are habitual thoughts. So when you are continually running over on your head over and over and over and over a thought, and you continue to, because you're worried and you're thinking about what could possibly happen or not happen, and you don't want to think about it, and the more you don't want to think about it, the more you start thinking about it, it's because you don't want to think about it. Okay, so it's a cycle, but it's not a cycle really, it is a habit. Understand this, write this down. It's a habit. A repeated thought becomes a habit. You're running your life on habits. 95% of the time is your response to cellular memory. If you want to change your reality, Penny, if you want to change your reality, you're going to have to change your identity. And the identity that you're trying to change is what opposes what you want to have, the makeup of who you are. So when I say you need to drop that, you need to drop the false persona. It is the things that are against your thought. So I'm going to be quiet for a minute, and I at this point think about what I said, because I said a lot of things and I threw a lot of stuff. So we're still repeating last week's class because it was so controversial, but as we get into the thing. So Penny, do you have any questions on that? Did you understand? I don't, you need to mute, yeah.
I'm trying to. I'm going to have to spend some time thinking about it.
Okay, you have to, as Sherry says, percolate.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I'm not, I'm not going to, I'm not saying that I don't agree with you. I'm just saying I have to think through this.
Right.
Unfortunately, I'm still an analytical in this third dimension.
It is part of the programming. Remember that you're in a program walking until you become clear, then you become actualized, and when you are no longer in a programming mode, then you become an actualized being, where you can express more freely who you truly are.
And I had a question. I had actually a second question. I don't know if you want to save it till later. As we talk about empaths who have, we really feel other people.
Yes.
Do you lose that then when you go in the fifth dimension, or you continue to do that?
That's who you are. No, you will never lose that.
Oh.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay. Yes, Liliana.
I think what I love that you're repeating this is that in my experience, it's been normal that when we hear this material that is a little bit contrary to what we have been brought up, it's normal that you have resistance, and we might have to hear it more than one time. So if you're uncomfortable in your body, it's okay. It's just as Angie was saying, and I love that she brings it up so clear, and that's why I'm repeating it, maybe for myself, that we are just programs running, and if there's resistance in your body, it's because the program is running.
Okay. I also would like to remind everybody that since you're not your thoughts or your emotions or your feelings or that, remember that we have a robot over here that we created this is a robot is programming, right? It's all that is running. A robot is a program running, okay? So when I tell you to go, you having a negative thought or you having a scary thought or something, you go, it's not mine. Give it to the robot. It's not mine. That thought, it cannot be mine. It's not true. That feeling that I'm having of fear or worry or whatever it is not mine. Give it. This emotion is not mine. Give it to the robot. And this feeling that is creating in me, the charge, the emotional charge or the feeling charge or the thought, and including the program running your 3 seconds, your 3-minute tape that keeps going on and on and on, telling you the same story over and over and over. That's not yours either. Just give it to the robot. What happens when you do this? Do you remember, Lisa?
Your question is, what happens when you give it to the robot? You have to deprogram your mind, your thoughts.
Right, and how do you do that?
Pardon me?
It takes 2 things. One, that you acknowledge that, and the other one is that at the moment that you give it to the robot, you're displacing it from you into the robot, recognizing it for what it is. So your mind is is firing your neurons and is firing very quickly. So you are reprogramming your mind a lot faster than if you were doing affirmations. This is not my thought, what I know my truth to be is, and then you declare your truth, not my thought, not my feeling, not my emotion. Give it to the robot, and I know it looks weird, but some of us just go like this. I see Sherry usually going like this. I usually go through the whole process and go, the more you do that, the more that you are reprogramming and accepting what you're really accentuating, what your truth is. Not only, it would be good if you said it out loud. No, my truth is, let's say that I was having a scary thought of a health issue. And I'll go, okay, oh my God, And they go, no, this is not my truth. My truth is, I'm a healthy, wholesome, I behold my wholeness. I am made out of the wholeness of God or the universe or whatever you believe in. You claim what your truth is in truth. When you do that, not only are you getting rid of things that no longer should concern you, you start dropping things. We already, Penny, we're already dropping things as we move forward. We have been doing this for the last year. Okay, but now I'm putting it in words where it scared you because, I know it's not a scary thing. It's just the ego came out a little strong and said, okay, wait a minute, I don't want to go. And it's going to come up and confront you, and all you have to say, it's not mine.
No,
it's not, yeah.
And I think Liliana helped me here because she was wanted some clarification too. So I think maybe it was what I was looking for was more clarification, because when you said drop your personality, drop your persona, I mean, that's just like I said, okay, here I am. I'm nobody. So I mean, so I think now that you kind of helped to clarify it, it's a little easier for me to understand. Maybe it was just the way that you approached it last week that made me feel that we were, we're all going to become these little clones, but I'm starting to understand. Now, I think you also said, if we have an emotion that's coming truly from love, we don't have to say, oh, give that to the robot. We don't want to give a love thought away, do we? I mean, that's an emotion too, but you're saying, okay, I have this wonderful feeling of love. Give it to the robot, it's not mine. But so if it's a love emotion, if it's truly a love emotion, we can keep that, right?
Okay, what I said was that you are gonna keep things that keep you in peace.
Okay.
Your nature is peaceful. Your nature is harmony. Your nature is loving. Your nature is giving. Okay, and just a few attributes of what you came to express.
Okay.
And we all express that differently. So it is good that we all have a personality in a way, but you have to drop the persona out, all the masks. Okay, I'm good. Anything else, Penny?
No, I thank you. I think that talking through this again helped.
Okay.
And I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying it's just hard for me to. I just had to think some more about it. So thank you.
It's okay. Even if you disagree with me, it's okay to disagree with me. Something doesn't sit right with you, don't take it, please. I'm going to ask Virginia now because I had a request for this. Talk to me, Virginia, about the 3 breaths that we, and everybody who does not know them, like Liliana, please write it down. Okay, Liliana? So explain the reason for the 3 breaths and explain each one.
Right, they have different purposes. So the first one is a calming breath. And this is one that helps us to relax and get out of fear and anxiety. It is also to help us sleep well. And it is a simple breath of inhaling 4 times to a count of 4. Inhale to a count of 4. Hold it for a count of 7. And then exhale for 8. And then repeat that 4 times. And or until you feel calm. And I know I've been in a state where I've had to use it a lot of times. And what this does is to calm us and help us to be, get out of fear. And there's a lot of that going around, so.
Can you say it one more time? So it's 4
Yes.
in breaths?
4 in, hold for 7, exhale for 8.
Demonstrate.
And so inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then repeat, then breathe back in 4. And breathing in through the nose, Angie, or does it matter?
It doesn't matter on this particular thing. You do sets of 4 on this breath. Liliana, you do sets of 4 at a time and check your body and check your mind. If you are calm enough, stop, and if you haven't, do another set of 4. Okay, and continue on until you are at this place where you need to be. That's breath number 1.
Okay, are we ready for breath number 2?
Yes.
This means yes, this means no. Yes, we're ready. Okay. So this one is breathing in to a count of 4, breathing out to a count of 8. This is also repeated 4 times, and it is to turn on the parasympathetic response. So that's the relaxed state. And you can do this before doing the chakras, will really help the chakra work. Simply breathing into 4, out to 8.
And this goes with the different, why am I hearing an echo? Okay. This goes with 4, with the touching for the parasympathetic system to calm yourself down. Can you continue that, Virginia?
Is that the
Unmute.
Oh, sorry.
Unmute.
Yes. Is that the tapping around the neck and into the sternum and the K27? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, and holding the, yeah.
So one of the things you can do too is to hold your wrist. You know, like you hold your wrist. Doesn't matter which one. You can. Your hands can be on your lap, being relaxed. As we talked before, that's a pressure point that we can use anytime. It looks very natural to calm, but also tapping. And you want to start at the back of the neck. I have to move back a little bit. The back of the neck. Let's see how I can do this. Oops. Gonna have to adjust this a little bit. Okay. Tap around your shoulders and down to the sternum. And then tap the sternum. And then the two little bones here, the end of your collarbones right there, that little U at the base of your neck. Let me get up just a little bit here. So that little bone there. And then you go 1 inch out and 1 inch down and tap right there. And that's called your K27. It activates meridians. You can also hum while you're tapping this. That really amplifies it. And then another one is cross your arms and tap your temples. And this resets the brain frequency to a natural, balanced frequency. Did I leave anything? Oh, and then the sore spots. So back to this collarbone, out an inch, down an inch. And then if you go diagonally out and down, you'll find sore spots there. And you'll tap around until you find the sore spots, and that's what needs to be tapped. If it's sore, it needs tapping to release that soreness.
Okay, before you go on to the next one, I would like to say that all of this tapping and holding of the wrist has a lot to do with your resetting. It's a reset, it's a body reset. You're resetting your parasympathetic system, which you want when you want to be calm and when you want to be, but you're still awake and you still have to deal with life. The first breath is more like when you're going to bed and you're really just trying to relax your body to go to sleep. The last breath.
So the last breath is when you're feeling low energy and you need to be alert. And this one it's similar to the belly breath, but much more gentle and subtle. So it's breathing out rapidly 20 times. And this one, Angie, does need to be done through the nose, right?
No.
You can do both?
You can breathe through the nose, but your mouth is like...
Okay, I like doing it through the nose. Is there anything wrong with that?
Okay, you can do it either way.
Okay.
But what I'm trying to tell you is that just as long as you have the 20 breaths in that sequence, your full attention should be on your exhale, not on your inhale.
Right, I was going to that next, yes.
Okay.
So this is one of those where you focus on the exhale, don't think about the inhale, think about exhaling 20 times quickly. And your belly should be pumping the air a little bit. I notice when I'm doing, I can see it in my neck, so it's... Okay, and then you do... how many sets do we do of that one, Angie?
You start with you do 20, count of 20, and then I want to make sure that the people with high blood pressure or people with heart problems should be careful with that. Just be more gentle. Do as many as you can without you feeling in any way exhausted or extenuated. Okay, so if you can only go to 10, do 10 and stop and relax and then do another 10 if you can. In other words, do at least 3 sets of each. Normally it's 4, but tell them what this is about, what this breath is for.
This one is for activating your energy. I know that I feel more mental clarity and more energized, and it just helps us function better when we have things to do. So it releases this feeling of fatigue that many of us have been feeling with this current energy shift. So it brings you to alertness and focus and clarity.
Okay. Yes, Liliana. Liliana?
The difference between this and the breath of fire is that
I can't hear you, Angie.
Are you hearing me?
Liliana is speaking.
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Okay. Is the difference between this breath and the breath of fire? It's not as you don't expand as much as a balloon, because in the breath of fire, I understand you inflate yourself completely as if you are taking a huge breath.
Excuse me. Okay, no, it's not a breath of fire. For that, you require a lot more movement and muscles and everything, and you do it exaggerated, and it's very exhausting on the body, but it is what triggers that endorphin release. But
a little bit a milder version of it. Is this what it is? Okay.
It's a milder version because you're not overexpanding anything. You're not forcing anything. You're doing this at a more relaxed pace.
Okay. Thank you.
I can see you, but I can't hear you.
Who, me? Somebody talk to Darlene.
Darlene, can you hear me? Darlene, can you hear me? I don't know if her volume might need turning up. I could try to text her to tell her to...
Okay. I think she's using her phone though.
Right, but your phone has a volume setting also.
Do it on chat. We have a chat.
Okay.
Here.
All right. Okay, let's see.
Our camera seems frozen.
Okay, what camera seems frozen?
Darlene's.
Hers, she might have to log off and log back in. It might just be a internet issue.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe, okay, you want to call her, Virginia, while I...
Okay.
Virginia,
Okay,
go ahead and mute yourself, please.
I did.
Okay, Patty, how are you doing, Patty?
Come in.
Are you in? Patty, are you there?
She's got herself.
I think she's in. Darlene, can you hear me? No. Okay. I'm gonna let Virginia handle this. Do a phone call. If you cannot get her, okay, that's fine. I don't know what to do for her. Only then, Donna, can you chat with her on the chat button over here? Okay. Well, she moved or something, because now we have a different view.
I think she's unfrozen, yeah.
She's still frozen?
No.
Okay.
Hello. Patty here.
Oh, hi. Angie, did you hear Patty?
Okay, we sent the messages. Now it's up to her to see what she can do with them. Unfortunately, we cannot reach her otherwise. Let's see. So we finished the breaths. Did we finish the breaths, Virginia?
Yes.
Okay, Liliana. Did you,
All good, thank you very much. Awesome.
okay, so you got all the 3 breaths, okay. So I think, that's as much reviewing as I wanna do of, last week. It's almost a full hour. I hope you guys caught up. Penny, are you okay? I know Cherry did not make it. She was here for a second, but whatever happened, I don't know.
She said that she texted me that she is still babysitting. She's listening, but she can't participate right now.
Okay, because I cannot, okay. All right. So, where are we? So we're gonna go to, remember that cellular memory is equals thought. You think something, immediately there's a resonance and a feeling associated with that thought, no matter how insignificant it is, and it gets logged into the body, becoming a cellular memory. Repetitions of this causes the cellular memory to become ingrained. So the next thing I want to talk to you is about coherence. We need coherence when not only because what we say, what we feel, and what we do should always be in alignment for manifesting, but also because what we say, feel, and do has a lot to do with being in your natural self. So here's the sequence: thought, feelings, and emotions. I was gonna talk about, there's so many scales of emotion that we can refer back to. One of them is from Dr. David R. Hawkins. Again, Liliana, David R. Hawkins. Okay, he has a scale of emotion, of consciousness rather. He has a scale of consciousness. Also, another person that has a scale of emotion, that would be Esther Hicks. She has different scales of emotion from the lowest to the highest emotion, lowest being depression or grief, not even grief. A lot of the lower emotions, lower vibration, and slowly you start to climb up. But that's not necessarily true. It depends on how you have trained your mind to behave. Okay, it's a lot more difficult for people that are not into this to have to continuously repeat something over and over and over than for us that we are more aware of where we're at. You know, we at this point should know where we're at emotionally, if we want to be there or not. So the reason that when your thoughts are aligned with your feelings, I'm gonna put it in different words. When your thoughts are in your feelings and your emotion, we have different vibrations on each one of them. For example, your mind has an electrical field of 3 feet, more or less. Your heart field has, starting with the exercises that we do to expand that heart field, we expand that. We usually have about 9 feet, but we expand that magnetic field. The more we concentrate on it, the more powerful we become as expanding our magnetic field. So when I say to you, connect to something outside of you, I'm trying to get you out of your body and out of your comfort zone. If I say go and embrace a dream mentally or emotionally or spiritually, I'm asking you to not get out of your body, because this is what we're trying to lose here, the identity with the body. Okay, for those of you that have not been with us, this is part of our classes. We do a lot of coming in and out, and we seem to be, you know, I can say, okay, expand your love and to cover the room and all the people in the room, and expand it to cover your city, and expand it to cover the state and the nation and the world. I'm not asking for you to go anywhere. I'm asking you to recognize that you're already there. I'm asking you to recognize that this is who you are, that there is not out there and out here. I am already in that space. So when I am allowing my heart field, the toroidal field, to expand, the more that we concentrate on those exercises, the more that we're able to expand that field in recognition of who we are, in recognition of having not only the body, but everything else that we're connected to, which is everything else. The idea that, so you have a thought and you want to bring it into alignment because you want to manifest something, and you bring that thought into alignment with your feelings, and your feeling says, okay, it feels good, and then your heart says, yeah, I'm in agreement with that. Then I'm gonna go into my heart field, and I'm going to concentrate on my heart field and emit that so-called radiating outwardly of my body, but not of myself. Okay? The reason that we align that is because we are electromagnetic people. Our thoughts are electric, our emotions, our heart is magnetic. Electromagnetic needs to be in alignment for it to be released outwardly. This is where the alignment, the coherence comes in. The only way for you to get coherence is for you to be in truth. The only way for you to be in truth is for you to, when you find something that you want to manifest, you start and see what it is, and see what the opposition in your mind is, and then go through the robot and give it to the robot whatever is not there, that is not yours, and proclaim what your truth is. Once you feel that you have, that there's nothing coming against you, then you bring in your heart, and your heart says, I'm ready, let's go, you know. And that's all you need. You need to get this to the mind and the feeling, so which is the cellular memory, into coherence first before you can engage the heart. And the heart is engaged by bringing it into resetting your parasympathetic system. You cannot do it if you're not in that state of reset. I mean, if you want to correctly manifest. If you do not want to correctly manifest, then it's called praying amiss. Praying amiss means that you don't know all of the steps to follow. Okay, there's many different interpretations, and each one has to do with how far you have come along to understand what is being said. So I'm opening the floor right now for questions. Sarah?
Yes?
Have any questions? I just have not heard anything from you guys.
Yes, no, I'm just sitting here and taking it in right now.
Okay.
But thank you.
Okay. Elsa?
Yes, you're saying in order to recognize our body and our mind, we need to bring an alignment of truth and coherence, correct?
Right.
Okay. In order to do that alignment, we need to manifest and take the opposition of the body and give it to the robot, correct?
If you have an opposition, something that's coming against what you want to manifest, yes, pick it up and give it to the robot.
Okay. So I think I got that part. Then you said we have to become coherent before bringing the heart part.
The coherence between your mind and your feelings.
Mind, feelings.
Mind and feelings have to be in alignment before you engage the heart.
Mind and feelings needs to be in alignment, not the body.
Well, it is, the feelings are your body, that's what you need. Because what happens is both the feelings and your thoughts are creating chemical reactions. Those chemical reactions upset and aggravate and they turn on your sympathetic system. Your sympathetic system, which is your defense system, will not allow the love in your heart to express at that moment, no matter what your intention is. It's just not going to happen.
Okay.
Do you understand? Okay.
Yes, I got it.
Okay.
And then after that is when we can correct the manifestation.
And then what?
That's when we can actually correct the manifestation. The whole.
Once you have your mind and your body, your mind and your body aligned, which is your feelings, then you can engage the heart after you have done the work to open your heart chakra, which is put your hands on your chest. I think I taught you that in the class before, that in the interview that I had for Annabelle.
Yes.
Anyway, you put your heart, your hands on your heart chakra when you are meditating or when you're praying and getting into a state of allowance. By this point, I expected for you to have breathed already the breath that Virginia said for you to do, which will be your second breath. The second breath had to do with breathing 4 to the count of 4 and exhaling to the count of 8 and holding your wrist.
Okay.
Because when you're holding your wrist, you're holding your 14 meridians or energetic bodies, your chi, your prana, your life force. You know, you have your circulatory system, and then you have your meridians, which is your vital system, your energetic system, and from there you go to, so if you do that breath exercise, hold your wrist, and once you're ready for the heart, you then you hold your heart, and then you either meditate or pray until you're in a state of, by then your parasympathetic system should be back online, so to speak, because you did a reset. If you are really pretty excited and anxious, then I would suggest that you go to your K27, which also is another point with all meridians, and you tap on it. And the more you tap on that specific area, the quicker that your parasympathetic system will kick in. Also the humming. So before you manifest, make sure that your alignment on your chakras is there. And the only way you can do that is to do through the breath. I mean, I can hone the chakras, I can do the chakras, I can whatever, but if I don't do this without the chakras, then I cannot move forward.
Okay. And how long you're supposed to hold the breath? I'm sorry.
You're breathing to the count of 4, and you're not holding the breath, you're only exhaling. You count to 4 and you exhale to 8. The breathing has to be always double your exhale to your inhale.
Thank you.
Okay, anything else?
That's it, thank you.
Okay. Viviana, you're too quiet for you.
I'm following along. Perfect.
Okay, everybody in sync? Lisa? Virginia? Donna? Charlotte? Irma? Penny? Darlene, are you there? Kimberly?
Yes, you clarified it very well, thank you.
Okay. And I like the way that Elsa did the step by step so everybody can follow along. So thank you, Elsa. Well done.
Thank you.
So what I would like to do right now is take a small breather. Let everybody relax and take 5. And I'll be back.
Virginia.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
What is the Venmo account for Unity?
I think you just go to Venmo and put in Unity North Tampa.
Okay.
If you need anything else, let me know.
Okay.
Thank you for asking. I should remind the group that that's an option.
Yeah, I prefer that way.
Yeah. Yes. Let's see if I can check on Darlene. Darlene is not connected, so I'm trying to call her and see what happened. Her, her phone's busy. Yeah, because she's using the phone for, yeah, I can't call her because she's using the phone for the meeting. Well.
I texted her.
Did you? Yeah, I did too, but she didn't respond.
I don't know her number.
Oh.
Okay, I was, Barbara Kramer said that she didn't get an email or a message or anything about the link.
Okay.
And
I can send it to her.
so did Diane Henley. I just sent them the link, just the link. And I'm not sure if just clicking on the link will help or not. Anybody know?
It should, right, Donna? And Angie, I resent to Diane Hanley 20 minutes ago or 30.
Okay.
Because she texted me and I went to the email and resent that to her. I don't know why she's not getting it.
Okay.
But
Just
Donna,
curious,
if they get the link, they can still log in, right?
I'm sorry, say that again?
If they get the email with the link, they can still log in.
Yes. As long as the meeting is open, they can get in. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the problem is.
Okay, I don't know. I sent the link, but that should help them. Because it's not difficult to get into this program. I mean,
maybe some of these emails are going to
she was here last week. I mean, she was in our meeting last week, so I'm not sure.
I know.
And
I don't know if
she has the link.
Well, but she doesn't know that it's the same link all the time.
Yeah,
so
they should.
For further reference, make sure that you keep this link because that's her platform link, and it's always the same one.
Well, that may be changing.
It will.
Maybe
we're going to discuss that after the meeting.
Start spreading the message.
So
Watch
Angie,
for an email from me. Watch for an email from me. And it'll clarify whether we're using the same one or not.
Okay.
That's why I want to talk to you after this.
To me or to Donna?
Both.
All three of us.
Oh, the three of us. Okay.
Yeah.
What happened to Liliana?
She doesn't come back.
But we still see her chair. I suspect she'll return.
Oh, it's Lisa. Okay. Okay, I see. Okay, Liliana. So before I start again, any questions? I have a very smart group of people here. All absorb everything all at once and there is absolutely no questions. Hello? Did we get Darlene back online or not?
She's, according to my screen, she is not connected to the audio. Donna and I have both texted her. We can't call her because she's using the phone for the meeting. And I see the video of her house, so
Well, I'm hoping that she can at least hear us. So, if she hasn't turned off the volume, maybe she will.
My screen is telling me that she is not connected to audio.
Oh, okay.
I'm not even sure that she's with us anymore because she's not responding to anything.
Then we should call her, shouldn't we?
We can't because she's using the phone to log into the meeting.
I know, but can she still receive a phone call?
No, because it gives a busy signal. I tried twice to call her and got a busy signal, and then I realized she's probably, you know.
I'm learning. I'm new to this.
We all are.
Okay. Okay.
I have a question.
Irma?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I might be totally off of that because it's, I'm just taking the things in, but the main reason we want the alignment of our mind and our feelings, which is our thoughts and our emotions, it's because we want to manifest something.
Okay. A coherence. What coherence means is that your thoughts don't oppose your feelings, and your feelings don't oppose your emotions. Neither one of them is in opposition to each other. That's what coherence means. When my thoughts, my feelings, and my emotions are in alignment, they're all in position. When that happens, I am in the space of what is called the infinite space, or the field that we call in quantum the manifesting field. We also, when we are actualized, or when we become more aware, for lack of a better term, you're walking in that field. When somebody is channeling, when somebody's in a state of receptivity, they're in the field. It's called in the field. If you're an athlete, it's called in the zone. Just so you can get a correlation to that. So it's not only for manifesting, it's for you to express your spirit in without anything opposing the expression of self. Irma?
Yeah. The alignment. I mean, you were talking about the what do you call it again? From Hawkins, what you were saying about the table of emotions, from the low emotions to the higher emotions. I mean, we are probably looking for the higher emotions and the higher thoughts that to manifest, because it could be in alignment. If I'm very angry, my thoughts are angry, my feelings are angry, everything's very angry, so I manifest something really angry.
Yeah, you're in the field.
Yeah.
But not a field you want to be.
Right.
You don't want.
So any alignment or is always that has the potential to be manifested.
Okay. Yes, that's how come they say don't pray amiss. Don't pray amiss. Do not pray in a state where you do not want to manifest from. Okay? So yes, you will be praying. It's an actual prayer, what you're doing. And it's being answered as you're expressing it. So please, you can do what you want to, but I mean, if you want to manifest in peace and harmony, I suggest that you go into the coherence of, into an actual coherence of, and thank you for bringing this up, because yes, you can manifest for your betterment or for, to be unhappy. So either way it works. Coherence is coherence. The heart will not be so happy though, so this is a very hard place to get there, but when you get your emotion that revved up in anger or rage, you are actually manifesting more of the same, if not worse. So pay attention. Yes, Donna.
What about dreams? When we have dreams, I guess let me just give you an example. It's hard to explain it, but so I had a dream about my previous director, where I got laid off of work.
Okay.
And her and I thought we were friends, and I never heard anything from her. I never heard a goodbye from her, nothing.
Okay.
And I had a dream about her the other night.
Okay.
I dreamt that I was really angry with her, and I was ignoring her. So I really kind of thought, that there was something I needed to work on for myself. Like I'm obviously holding resentment.
But I mean, what you dreamt about her was what?
Well, I dreamt that she was, that I ran into her, or that we were somewhere that I saw her. I can't remember the exact details, but I was like angry with her. And I was like ignoring her, and I was like, acting like I was giving her the cold shoulder kind of a thing.
Okay.
But my thoughts are, can we manifest things through dreams? I guess that's what I'm asking.
Okay. This is going to get a little confusing because we have different things that we do while we're asleep. A lot of us leave our bodies and travel and go into other dimensions. I mean, this is a class about other dimensions, so dreams we haven't really discussed them, but the true interpretation of a dream is that you go into a different dimension, and you interact in the way that you cannot do it in a body. Okay, and sometimes we go to fields where we have precognitive dreams. Sometimes we go to fields that we have explanations or how we work things out, but it's not the physical realm. We are in a different field, in a different dimension. That's how come you can dream with people that have passed on because they are in that field, or we went to visit them in that field. We might not have to be working something out with them or anything, we're just there. Then sometimes we have these associated dreams where nothing makes sense and everything seems so out of reality, and that's truly another dimension. You just happen to touch into a dimension that we humans are not used to. Okay? There are so many dimensions as there are parallel worlds. Okay? So you could have visited a dimension where she was in.
Oh, okay.
Okay? And I wouldn't judge what happens in other dimensions because it's a different part of you expressing. It's a different part of you expressing whatever you didn't get to express or whatever you didn't get to say, or, So are you working things out? Maybe. But just take into account that you were not in this dimension.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, Liliana.
I have a question regarding this coherence state and being able to manifest. How can we incorporate it, or is it not appropriate to incorporate it, for example, in forgiveness work?
Okay, I'm missing something. Can you please clarify your question?
Let's say, you notice that there is need of forgiveness work, yeah? But, so you have the coherence of thought, you want the thought, you have the feeling, and then since it's still not manifesting with the person outside, how can I identify what is still not aligned in order to be able to manifest the forgiveness?
Okay, touchy subject. There's no need for forgiveness. Okay, forgiveness is for us to align ourselves. I lost you guys.
Who?
Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We can see you. We can hear you.
We see you.
I don't see you or hear you. I mean, I hear you, but I do not see you. So I'm going to continue this way. Just know that you're not being seen, so when you raise your hand, you better say something. At a certain level, when you come to the heart, you are no longer in an analytical place. You have bypassed the analytical place. You need to forgive yourself. If you need to forgive anyone, it's you. Because you're the ones that is seeing a separation. Regardless of what is being manifested outwardly, you're the one that is suffering from guilt. You're the one that is suffering from this if you are needing to have forgiveness. Forgiveness only comes when somebody's feeling guilty. So, again...
So that would mean if there is that sense, for myself, my speculation is that then on an unconscious level, something is still unresolved. Do I get that right?
Okay. You're looking for a problem. Is there a problem?
In one of the relationships that I'm working on, I see that the heart space is not opening up as I expected. So I'm noticing something is not aligned and I am not aware of it, but I see that the energy flow is not happening. So I'm wondering how to uncover it or how to overcome it. I don't know if I made myself clear.
Okay. When you're coming from the heart, if you try to come at this from your heart, this is where you need to be concentrated on. If you want a resolution with someone, you do not see that as something that needs fixing. In the idea that there's something that needs to be done is where you actually make the problem bigger. It is not real. This is a delusion when you think that you have to have forgiveness or that you need to forgive somebody. And the problem is that we are so programmed to believe that in somebody's guilt with no reservations because they did X, Y, Z. Remember, people, we are not human doings, we are human beings. So if somebody's saying, okay, well, somebody's mistreating me, or somebody's not treating me right, or somebody did this and that and the other, then I'll say, okay, you did this, but please calm down and get out of the reactive mode and say, how am I participating on this? What is it that I'm not loving in me that is creating this? And then look at it, and then throw it away because it's not true. You just go, this is not true about me. I am a loving being. I am a soul that is a loving soul. I have the spirit of love and not of fear. The spirit of goodness, not of creating something else. So, how do I do that? Does that make any sense to you, Liliana? Because
Yes, it definitely did make sense, because I can see that that's in the activity of the mind wanting to create a problem, just as you said. And I just do the exercise and not be attached to the outcome, because if the mind is involved, it will continue to create it. I saw that.
right, and it will create it.
And
It
will
will-
create.
The
So I
moment
thought
that your mind gets engaged, you're creating more of the same.
yes, I just saw it. So thank you for the clarification. Beautiful.
Anybody else before I continue? No. Okay. So I was talking about the. Let me make a correction to something I said. David R. Hawkins did not do an emotional scale. He did a consciousness scale, which is different from an emotional scale. The reason that I mentioned both, Esther Hicks and David Hawkins, is because you need to look at both of these scales. When you are in a situation where your vibration is so low, let's say, for example, you have depression, and then you got anger or rage, still depression is lower. Apathy is lower than both of those. Anger is when you're getting ready to come out of that, to come out of the helplessness, hopelessness issues. So when you do that, you start to engage into your own, so getting it from total apathy and depression to a state of anger, that's an improvement. To being just frustrated, it's an improvement. To being, okay, it's okay with it, like, I'm all right, I'm neutral. But from what I understand from most of us, we try to feel good. As far as I'm concerned, every one of us likes to feel good and not miserable, right? Because or we wouldn't be doing this class. We try to feel better, to come to better terms with ourselves, and to recognize who we are. So those scales help you to see where you're at. If you try the David Hawkins scale, that's a scale of awareness. It's like, okay, below 200, you're not functioning very well. You're in the lowest of the lower vibrations. The vibrations are so low that you really have a miserable life. Then you come up over 200 to 400, and you're doing a little bit better. From 400 to 499, you start looking at people like Einstein, who had for a quotient of 499, but he couldn't go over that because his intellect kept on getting in the way. He was very gifted, and he had an awesome mind, but he could not allow his heart to be as open as it could have been. Once you hit the 500 scale to 700, you have your people that are the more aware and the most aware. Past 700, you have your avatars, you have the people that that are really your gurus and your teachers that are the most aware. Not all your teachers are aware, not all your gurus are in an avatar consciousness. Most teachers and most gurus do not have that gift. I'm not saying that none of them do, all I'm saying most of them don't. But they are high enough to give you a semblance of what the truth is, of what truth is according to their elevation. On the other hand, the Esther Hicks and Abraham, that scale has a lot to do with the emotional scale, and at least lets you know where you're at and where you don't want to be. I suggest that if I have a chance, I will see if I can find one or the other and copy it and email it to any of you that want to have that scale. Okay? I'm going to stop the class right now, and I'm going to ask Virginia to give us some information on donations for Unity. Nothing goes to me, everything goes to Unity. So please name, address, give us your address, your physical address and otherwise.
Okay, so
Can I
if
ask
you,
a quick?
Unmute.
I did unmute. I turned it on.
No.
I wanted to ask a question on how do you figure the score? Did you already cover that at the beginning of the class?
How do what? I'm sorry, I didn't get you.
How do you figure the score as far as what you're saying, as far as the different numbers? If you're between 200 and 400, or if you're over 400, is there a way that you figure out the score?
Okay, that will be on the next class. We actually did run out of time, so I need Virginia to do that. Then I'm gonna jump into a small meditation, and then I'm gonna come back and say goodbye to everybody. But Virginia, please unmute.
thank you. Donna, I think our email included directions for donating or not. I can't remember. I can send that again so that you don't have to take notes about this, but the easiest way is to go to our website, unitynorthtampa.org, and look for the donate button. Now the thing about that is if you donate that way, we will have a fee that we have to pay. However, if you use PayPal to donate, and you may either make Unity North Tampa a family or friend, there's no fee. Or if your PayPal is connected to a checking account rather than to a debit or credit card, there's no fee for us. I'll put all of this in an email. But the quickest way probably, if you want to do electronic, is that. If you want to email, do a regular, put a check in an envelope and send it. On our website, there's a mailing address on Northdale Mabry, and you can get that address off of the website. It's 18801 Northdale Mabry, #153 Lutz, blah, blah, blah. It's on our website. The other way
and also in the email. It's also in the email.
Yes, and you can email us, and you can sign up for email on the website. You can also give directly through PayPal, and you can give directly through Venmo if you have Venmo. And my understanding is there are no fees for Venmo. And you can also,
In order to do PayPal, which email address do we put for Unity? Just Unity?
You don't need an email address, I don't think. You just.
Yes, to do
You
PayPal
do?
payment, you have to have an email address.
Okay, send it to office at unitynorthtampa.org.
Okay.
That's strange. I never had to use an email to do PayPal.
Then how do you address it to the person, the right person? It requests a name or an email. from my
Right, so put the name in, Unity North Tampa Church. And if you can, some devices will let you, others won't. Make Unity North Tampa a family friend designation if you can.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, but they should recognize it because we get a lot of donations through PayPal.
Okay, I have a question. Do all of you receive an email from Unity? No?
Yes.
How many of you actually
No, I
have it?
have not received an email, but if it's possible.
I have to ask for it. Did you receive an email, Sarah?
No, I got this through Facebook.
Okay. How about you, Charlotte? I cannot hear you.
Unmute.
I haven't gotten an email. You just send me messages on Messenger. I've never gotten an email about the class.
Okay. In Messenger, not in Messenger, on Meetup, how many of you do Meetup? How many of you go through Meetup? On Meetup, can we add that information to the Meetup page?
Yes.
That would help a lot.
Yes.
Would that help everybody?
And I think we already have that on Meetup, but I will check.
Okay, just making sure that my post gets taken care of. Anyhow, I would like to now start the process of registration.
Can I just make a really quick comment?
I need everybody. Who? What?
Yes, hi, this is Rosalila. I just have a quick comment.
Give me a second.
Venmo, Virginia?
Give me a second. Everybody, please mute.
Thank you.
Okay. Liliana, go ahead. No, Lisa. Sorry.
Venmo, what it had Virginia was Virginia at North Tampa.
That works.
Virginia, your name.
Yeah, same
Okay.
thing.
And second of all,
It doesn't go to me.
that-
It doesn't go to me. It goes to
Sorry?
Unity. But it doesn't go to
Yeah,
me.
I
It
know.
goes to
I'm just
Unity.
telling
But
everybody.
they have to have a name. Yeah.
Yeah, and the second thing is that some people don't use Messenger, so that might have been the situation with the one person that didn't come to class, that I don't think she looks at Messenger.
I know that she doesn't look at Messenger. I did send it to Messenger. I also invited her on Meetup. But it doesn't, but it doesn't, I don't think she's not going to do that. And I should have just sent a link through text, I guess, if she even uses that. I have a hard time with that, Okay, right now we say that we thought that it was gonna be a different email because they're changing programming. They're going to add
Link.
video to this, so if we need to go back and redo something, it will be available to
So
any
this
of
is
us.
not the right link for next week?
We have right now, it's being recorded in audio. So hopefully, it will turn out okay. I think that Donna, last week we did audio, right?
We audio recorded it.
And how did it come out?
Good.
Can you make up everybody? Can you hear well?
I didn't listen to the whole thing, but yeah.
Yes, it's very good actually.
Okay. And then we get instructions from one of you to send it to the people?
Yes.
Like the first lesson?
I must not have everybody's email address, because if they're not
Right.
getting it, I mean, there's like 27 people that I email.
Right.
I sent out an email yesterday.
And maybe we need to do an email test. And if you would like to get an email, then please send your email address to office@unitynorthtampa.org. And then we can add you.
I need to send out a reminder to everybody the day before with the link attached to it. So if we change the link, which we're going to be discussing, if there's going to be a need to change that link, you will hear from me to know what the new link is. That way I can email everybody
We
what
can
the
all.
new link is.
Yeah, we can also post that new link on Meetup and Facebook too.
Thanks, Charlotte. I'll write that down.
Penny?
We don't need to send an email if we've gotten one, right? I mean, that
Right. If you're getting an email, you're good. And you'll get the.
Only if you're not getting an email, because we're all supposed to be getting emails. Do you, Sarah, get emails? No.
We don't have her email address.
Do you want to text me your email address or send it to us, or?
You can put it right in the chat here. I just got
Yeah,
Charlotte's.
that's a great idea.
And I'll add it to my list.
Yeah.
Reverend Virginia, will you take a check if somebody wants to just mail it to you?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And if you go to the website, you'll see a mailing address under Contact Us. There's a mailing address, and you can mail it. Don't mail it to the street address, because we're not here every day, and I don't want a check to be sitting in the mailbox. The safest thing is send it to our Dale Mabry post office box, and it's number 153, but all of that is on the website. That's great.
Okay.
We are happy to accept checks.
Meditation all the time for meditation. So do we stop now, or do you want to go into a 7-minute meditation?
I want meditation.
I want meditation too.
Okay.
I might have to leave if it starts thundering, but because I have to bring my cat in from Lanai. Otherwise, I can sleep.
Okay. Just mute yourself, please. Everybody but me, including Virginia. Thank you. Please close your eyes. Breathe in deeply. Allow yourself to be relaxed. Relax your neck and your shoulders. Relax right under your underarms and the side of your body. Relax your face. Relax your head. Your entire lower and upper back and middle back. Your full front. Your buttocks, your thighs, your legs, your arms, your hands and your feet. Relax your eyebrows. Allow peace to be with you. Peace to be your truth. It is your truth. Love to be your truth. You are that which you seek. You are the oneness and the fullness and the wholeness of creation. Understand that you are loved universally. Understand that you are wanted where you're at, in your position in this world, regardless of what that is. Let your judgment drop off because it has no business here. You are wanted, and you are not only wanted, but you are needed. Allow yourself to feel good. Allow yourself to know that you are good enough. You are enough. There's no such thing as less than. Not for you, not for us. There really was never that option to be less than. We cannot be that. Our truth is much higher than that. Our truth is that we are loving and caring and harmonious being, and we are here to demonstrate our truth. We are here to demonstrate our love for each other and our love for humanity.